Friday afternoon in the universe, in all directions, in and out, you got your men, women, dogs, children, horses, pones, ticks, perts, parts, pans, pools, pauls, pails, parturiences, and petty thieveries that turn into heavenly Buddha. I know, boy, what's I talking about, 'cause I made the world, and when I made it, I no lie had a Lucian Midnight for my name, and concocted up a world so nothing you had forever thereafter make believe it's real. Well, that's all right, because now everything'll be all right, and we'll soothe the forever boys and girls, and before we're through, we'll find a name for this dern golden eternity and tell a story, too. But you ever read a story as vast as this that begins Friday afternoon with working men on scaffolds painting white paint, and ants murlaying in little black dens, and microbes warring in your kidney, and messerules microbing in the innards of Mercury, and microbes dreaming of the ultimate microbehood, which then ultimates outward to the endless vast empty atom which is this imaginary universe, ending nowhere, and never even born, as Bankei well polled when he ferried his mother over the rocks to Twat UT, and people visit his hut to inquire, "What other planet features this?" And he answers, "What other planet? Though the sounds of the entire world are now swimming through this window from Mrs. Macadiola's Twando, and old Poke's home drunk again, and of course you hear the cats wailing in the whale bar, wild bar, wart fence, moonlight, midnight, Lucian, Dolphine, immensity, visions of the Tathagata, seat of purity and womb. And so that here is all this infinite immaterial, meadow-like golden ash swarming in our enlightened brains, and the silence shifallying in our endless ear, and still we refuse naked and blank to hear what, the who? The who? To what, you? We'll say the diamond boat and Persipine, Recipine, Milltown, Heroine, and Fac, matches the silver ages everlasting, swarm swallowing in a simple broom, and at night you raise the square white light from your ghost beneath the root-drinking tree, and coyote won't hear you, but you'll ward off the inexistent sea devils, just to pass the time away, and meanwhile it's timeless to the ends of the last light year. It might as well be getting late Friday afternoon where we start, so's old Sound can come home when work's a done, and drink his beer, and tweak his children's eyes. Oh, he was quite racy. Real estate queen. Europe and Niles. For pleasure. Stomp, stomp, absolute rays making noise. I can write about them, but I can't punctuate them. Then he said, comma, comma, comma. That skinny guy with black hair. Atlian rage. In India in the last year he's getting even, ignoring all common publications, and getting Urdu nothing Sanskrit by Sir Yak, 40-page thing Norfolk. Let's all get drunk. I want to take pictures. Don't miss with Mrs. Lately and trust picture pithy lisp. That's an artistic kit for sex. Trying to think of a rule in Sanskrit. Mama Sanskrit sounding, obviously twins coming in here. Meltown, Equinel, Myopa, Parte, Watacha, Pimana, Kawaya. You get sticky ring weekends. And wash the tub, bub. I'll be gentle like a lamb in the Bible. Beautiful color, your lipstick. Thanks, honey. Got a match, Max? Taxi crabs and motorcycles. Let's go to Trilling and ask him. I gotta wash my conduct. Don't worry about nothing. I love Allen Ginsberg. Let that be recorded in heaven's unchangeable heart. Either way, Rapples. Call up, so-and-so. Who's that? Suyidelia. And there came the picture of Ang Bong the Bila. Wait for something, the bee slime. Then the ants will crawl over Beeland. Ants in bands wailing neath my bloody owler pants, tada-ba-dee. He thinks I'm competitive in the long pleasant souse of wishing all of ye bleed, stay, meditation, everybody martini, destroy my black. Alan, you better voice the stare, this beer, these room sandwiches. Where did you get these, big greasy socialists? Are you gonna conk, Alan? Mighty tall in the saddle. Anybody got a Sigi Boo? The moon is a piece of tea. Under the empty blue sky, vertebrate zoology. The Mill Valley trees, the pines with green mint look, and there's a tangled eucalyptus hulk stick fallen through the late sunlight tangle of those needles, hanging from it like a live wire connecting it to the ground. Just below, the notches where little Fred sought to fell the sad pine, not bleeding much, just a lot of crystal sap the ants are mining in, motionless like cows on the grass, So they must be aphids, percolating up the steam to store provender in their bottomless bellies that for all I know are bigger than the bellies of the universe beyond. The little tragic windy cottages on the high last city-ward hill, and today roosting in sun-hot dream above the tree-head of seas and meadow patch, whilst tee-kee-kee purl the birdies and mommums, mark and ululate moodily in this valley of peaceful firewood, in stacks that make you think of Oregon in the morning in 1928, when Back was home on the Range Lake, and his hunting knife threw away and went to sit among the ponderosa pines to think about love, his girl's bare bodice like a fennel seed, the navel in her milk bun. Shorty McGonigal and Roger Nulty held up the Boston Bank and murdered a girl in these old woods. And next you saw the steely green iron photograph in True Detective, showing black blotches in the black blotch running culvert by the dirty roadside, not Oregon at all. Or Jim Back so happy with his mouth, a blade of grass depending. Hummingbird hums hello, bugs race and swoop. Two ants hurry to catch up with Lonely Joe. The tree above me is like a woman's thigh. Smooth eucalyptus bumps and muscle swells. I would I were a weed, a week would leave. Why was the rat mixed up in the sun? Because Bodhidharma came from the west with dark eyebrows, and China had a mountain wall, and mists get lost above the Yangtze Gorge, and this is a mysterious yak the bird makes yick. Woof, wow, what, sings the dog, blood, blut, blut below the homestead deer. Red robins with saffron scarlet or orange red breasts make a racket in the dry dead car crashed tree Neil mentioned. He went off the road into eucalyptus, and it's all busting out, indicating the prune blossoms. And Bodhidharma came from the India West to seek converts to his wall gazing. Ended up with Zen magic monks mopping each other, and one and all and other in mud koan puddles to prove the crystal void. Wow.